inside Ghana, Accra, the capital city, and Yasem Kitwa. Counseling time, bre, and Edru. So we were streaming live. So tell a friend, tell another friend, catch it a woman, what is a counseling time is on. I was listening to my role model, Nana Mama Crown, not too long ago, and she said something very profound. Or say, it's all part of it. You have to trust people. But then the most important thing in the trust is that you have to leave room for disappointment because it's bound to happen. Na wetimi ama abrabono etimi akoso kama pepepe ede ama. You should understand that things do happen, and when you know that it does happen, it doesn't take you too much. Yes, Anna, you just say you don't need the shocks and everything to ensure that counseling time is on Ebusia for Fabric Center, Fabric in Yanahifi, Fabric Bay, and I will pay Fabric Center on Sanka, Mema material, Ma material, lace, assorted, Papa Pine chain, Mr. Mema Mil Baya Santua, Mr. and Mrs. Ekufi Boating, Behel Ama Weni Aji Ankasankasa, Na Wako Maswe, stores B10, 25, 26, a whole, and now war more a war, and I think so online marketing, then so the Ejim, Mr. Follow more on all social media platforms. Fabric Center underscore GH Annie. Fabric Center underscore GH. Zeddy's classy thread Annie. Zeddy's classy thread. Ah, sister Nayade. I'm sure you're looking at me and wondering, sister, what are they ready made? And I if you store Debbie. Zeddy's not on a boat here to me angasa. And then you may say this classy thread. If you want a beautiful fashion designer who does a job, does it right, Mr. Say one no ebedi inkita ho ede amame na bibia etimi akoso follow no on all social media platforms. Said this classy thread and as I said this fashion also weni etimi aje ankasa ankasa nana hema makeup gist, of course I have to talk about the very best. Otone Boase, her brushes are indeed gold, and that is something that you don't want to downplay. Enti mesre for any event I fro you just have to book her, and I believe and know say you wouldn't regret it. Inti Nana Hima Makeup is your go-to person on all social media platforms. Brushes are the best mesre on also one no edinkita home. Make sure say numbers ni gweni na chese it good and che and just the breeding optometrist because sane ne die kakra. I'm say my pem and home na bibia intimi enko so kama emfama me na retouching kakra na just a washing kakra na Vidash beauty parlor ane Vidash beauty parlor and then you mre wono so just a line kakra baby hair kakra trinwi na nkasa natural hair no no ato ne boase wasiesie mi ankasa ankasa enti enne enwumre mede enchia kese enchia piesie ema Vidash beauty parlor or Israel Alaji opposite old washing bay no eho na owo the numbers ni 024 3072 024 na chese wonso wetimi abanaso ye ede amame wa wo hwa utimu say sister no oya de ankasa ebusuafo ene ye besua de it just like I always say, tell a friend, tell another friend. Counselor will definitely take a seat, and we're all going to learn something tonight. I'm excited, and I know you are too. Do well to share the link and tell a friend for me. Midi, dache him up, papabi, obaga doza legetete. Valerie, a Jamenta. In try husima, yeba, yebetwaso. Ebusia for Yemo BBR Kwaba BM Sonkokra back counseling time with Counselor DY Donkoh. Just like I said, we are in a beautiful month. Happy new month going out to every single person, and especially to all my August bonds. Jeje. Obviously, there's a reason why we say an important occasion, but we always add and intensify it by actually explaining further to say an August occasion. And then nature say we are very important people. And happy glorious birthday going out to every single person who was born in the month of August. You know we love you, you know we appreciate you guys, and indeed you all make the year and the month a beautiful one. Right. Ebusia for ene ye ba besuya de na Makayo say Counselor is an author for three beautiful books. Red Flags, Signs Your Relationship Has No Future, Two Hearts, One Journey Beyond the Vows, and the most important one, The Good Marriage Guide, Roadmap to a Successful Marriage. Intimacy wadama na numbers ni 0244515544 na wafre. Say we will be a hard copy na yaudia. Please, you can actually get a copy on Amazon and a soft copy where you can get a good read. If you are anywhere on the globe, in the world, Mr. Wa, you can also get to read any of Counselor's books on this platform na bibia etimi akoso kama pepepe. And that topic, was is something that we kind of like went through kakra last week Monday, but me pese me dia kwenyan, and so a kind of very big thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Boache, yes, Minister KB Yadom and his beautiful wife, MC Koriwa, Nyankopon Shira, Mrs. Boache, Ajua Boache, Nyasem Kitwa. God bless you. You two are amazing, and I believe that indeed, say Nyankopon, Ebeshe, Nyamuye so, na Monso Mawari Abeyet Krabeshe. The world will look at you and understand that indeed marriage works. Coming home na yema Counselor Akwaba Stronkokra. Counselor.
Yes.
Ma Akwaba.
Yeah.
Net to say. Yeah, the Yankopon say. And then so yeda erade ede ache. I believe that today we get to learn, and that's the most important thing. Happy new month going out to you too.
Thank you.
But what do you have to say to our viewers since it's a new month? Do you have any declarations?
I mean, the new month has come.
That's right.
Thank God you have life.
That's right.
Keep trying.
That's right.
Keep trying.
That's right.
Keep trying. Thank you.
Thank you. So don't forget to always keep trying, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Tonight's topic says personal boundaries.
Yes, sir.
Personal boundaries. Na yeka boundaries no na architect for any kakra because naturally say yeah pick code ya na ya making sure say boundaries na setting na say what me atwa wall afa ho na bibia koso kama na omo state and I say omo place of abode no bibia timi akoso kama. But tonight we're talking about emotional matters. We're talking about relationship matters.
Okay.
And I believe when you take your seat, everything goes on smoothly. Tonight we're talking personal boundaries. Counselor Fayeko.
Dedi kan bechia.
Major so papa.
And bechia yetiefo and yahwefo nyina, and want to say good evening to everybody.
Right.
Mrs. Subieme, they are watching us live on Wisdom Studio.
Yeah.
GH on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then also on Facebook, DY Donkoh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir. Right.
All right, so we are talking about personal boundaries.
That's right, sir.
In a relationship and also in marriages. All right, so Valerie, yes, a relationship without a boundary has no future.
That's true.
If you really want to go far in your relationship or also in your marriage, there should be boundaries set. Either than that, then it will look as if that you don't have limits. When we say, what do we be na no be nam? Na ye band say ye jaya ho sa se yen twempana. Yen wade. Na enso so magro die mu. Me kasa mu. Me ni mu. Si ye be kasa there are no limits. There are no boundaries set for anyone ne ye bedi agoro ma aboro so esan se yenti ase se obi a won pempen so a na agoro die du.
That's true.
Obi a won pempen so a na bufuo du. De wi ase so obi a wa bufuo.
That's true.
Obi a won pempen so a na agoro die pem. Eti the essence of setting personal boundaries is the fact that it gives me and you, the one I am in love with, the opportunity to do what is right with me.
Okay.
So that you don't exceed in your dealings with me to hurt my emotions and pretend as if you've not done anything.
Okay.
When we are dealing with the subject, personal boundaries in relationship, also in marriages, near yas say, akase, and the near case, yanamo to odumi, yan trust in India home common, yambo home common, Namima won't tia CSA, and near we mempe.
That's right.
Kasa we mempe. Wouldn't we di agrodum pempen so we swear and we jai?
That's true.
What we say, baby, I will be no be the agrodu ye, a baby, I will be mudia or mangrofiasi. Yet couples be or agrobia won't be or tambo or moho, or almost sedu or moho. A bear one said, would you like to say, eh? I don't know the other woman who cry. What would the own so woman? That's home to be this agron. But couples also as agro nobody didn't talk about. And I can be bold to tell you that, Valerie. One of the reasons why a lot of marriages there are too many battles and fights and argument is because boundaries are not set well. If we are able to set boundaries in relationships and marriages, arguments will be limited. Fights and misunderstanding will be limited. Because when you say one person may say na sans wompe nti mi di ma agora ko baby aya na be ya hwe yi is that say ya set boundary bi am say agro die we was wompe.
That's true.
Adafufa we was wompe eti e me nko okra na de asem aba. And so when we are talking about personal boundaries, then we are actually limiting the boundaries, saying that it's about me or it's about you.
Okay,
I hope you understand me.
Yes,
So abaya me and I wo and ene yen komodia ye bi ni say me pesa.
Okay.
Wo mpesa. Si entumi ambo sa nkomo no wanya be de sa beba. Ebi so na sa no wo mpe. E na misumi nim se wo mpenti. Bi di agro na eburu so mpo na ka se me mpesa na ye me se enye hye. It wo ba bi ana ba ma bi wo na agro die mu with the husband or the boyfriend or the lady, whoever the person is dating, can look at you and say, "Who don't even grow the cry?"
Right.
O de wa grow di nkwa chire kra. Ye di udi agro kakra bia.
Na ubofu.
Ye sero kakra bia.
Na ubofu.
Eh, wo so ye di ani. Oba bi kra to bi ka chire ndi ku se, be kra mi tumi ni udi agro, mi hu agro mi ni wundi. Cause onye lovely.
That's true.
Onye playful.
Yeah.
Onye active. Onye this. Enya agro na untumi ni ndi o. Agro bi sa ma ne phone.
That's true.
And so once we talk about personal boundaries, then we are saying that it has to do with me or you.
Okay.
And so therefore, it connects to communication. In other words, if you think that these are things you are not happy with and you don't like, please communicate it before it is too late.
That's true.
So that I will know your limits and then I also know, I will see your boundaries.
That's it.
And so, Valerie,
Yes, sir.
we can also talk about types of boundaries. And I think we've spoken about it here before. We spoke about physical boundaries.
Okay.
Physical boundaries has to do with me pekis. Physical boundaries, me pekis.
Okay.
But what baby I be kissy. You tell to me kobasi e bedu begem. Oya me yere, oya mi kunu, oya me mprantina, obe so manu afifi. And you'll be shocked that me do odo me, but me pe begem aguru die bi odo.
That's it. Obi mpe a PDA.
Thank you.
A friend of public display of
Thank
affection.
you. Obi said, if we want to love, we should love better in our privacy.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that there are many couples who can pretend to love in public, but in private they are bad to talk about. They cannot even handle their affairs in their privacy. But they pretend to love each other. Hello, babe. But when we do them and you babe a fight. And so we'll be the physical boundaries in here. You do beg your maybe kissing me. Okay. And you pen the one pebble, sand one pen. So differentiate or separate your emotions from the reality.
Okay.
When it comes to boundaries
okay.
and limits. When we talk about the physical boundaries. We can also talk about hearts. Obu our baby mon person be again. Budu baby ma wo baby no the baby. Eno nkyere se won do. Eno kyere se won won pesa.
Okay.
We yes man e more san do more. Because we are not same. Ejivala we said I mean new tibia you do baby ma say call me daddy. Baby call me daddy. But you sure you can call me Wise or Daniel. I don't care. You do baby na be hey Daniela. Ah, over say. But can't you know some in pesa? But as we did throw an into ade. But you were them na and they were dreaming na hey Dan, hey Nanaya, say Valerie Vat. The reason why I can flow with you is because you are doing. See, love can only increase at a place of growth.
That's true.
The reason why growth comes is because somebody is listening to do what I want or what she wants. And so what helps a limit or personal boundaries to do is that it fosters love.
Right. Into personal boundaries.
Yes, please.
Counselor, to say a point here, what Rezi CCA say having to say public display of affection. Say we people do not like that.
Yes, please.
Don't you think with some people, no, it is their current situation and I say what they are intending to do. That is what is informing their decision to actually have that boundary. Mamema, a typical example. Say obi ohwa, oye me yere.
Okay.
But baby a yedru no. Me kanche mabi wo ho. Enti me mpese me kanche mane be hu say. This is exactly what's going on. So I tell you, my woman, say Mr. PDA die. E ade amani nye ho. Obe nso ye obi a opese ono na ma waso nsa.
Okay.
So are we what are the things that informs the decision when it comes to personal boundaries?
Okay, I love it when you are talking about the physical boundaries.
Yes, sir.
One say, for example, there are women are in their marital homes. You can kiss them, you can hug them,
right?
You can do anything with them. Hey, to me up on the top, pow. So hard drink dodo. You do baby I'm not body to a one pay. What one pay? Now, do I have to conclude to say that the boy be wanting one pay? There be and then what pay baby or feeling embarrassed.
Right.
Me, I happen to date a lady.
Okay.
As a lady now be dating, no. Say nipa ho. Now because say, hey, I love you so much. Just please. I don't like that. If you love me, I know. Don't say it in public.
Right.
Because can you give me kiss in public? So no. Please, no. I said no. I don't like that. Me ferry sa. Publicly or ferry say. Or the boyfriend be on be kissy.
Right.
On your comfortable. Be them one or you okay.
Okay.
I have gone to weddings or I have attended ceremonies. Weddings are you can say you may kiss the bride or banning person kissy be man.
It's true. I have seen situations of that sort. Send me a MC. I have seen situations of that nature. So
do we also conclude to say that or ban one free be man because wedding has any extra boundaries on pesa. Obu okra wedding na some won be kono no wa catch the fiancé ni say pacho omka se yen kiss me yemi yenwe ya no na obi hombra obi ti dem a ne kon no say
no so opeso worry
it was wedding bi wa be me hye wo be ya no mo fe ma no a one can stop mu be nu mu say ba wedding
no kre
boundaries ye de no obi so mpesa obi kra tun say no bejai. You know, Yahuniye. No. Picture guys, come around. You are kissing again. No matter doesn't mean there is somebody. No. So when we talk about the boundaries, everybody has a way they want to see how things go for them in their favor and not your favor. Right. And that is why you must marry someone you will understand.
That's right. That's it.
And yes, Adia, you will not like it. Right?
Yes, sir.
Because doesn't mean that let's talk about the boundaries.
That's it.
So that means because is no. Tell me the two so. Nana. Oh yes, I feel embarrassed. I say would me one bro. I was me should be man. I am fair.
Yeah.
Some me to so. And I'm no or dress bia. You know, challenge me the ko here nine. The 9 year before, no, yes, I'm in pay. Yes, I will be shaman. I feel embarrassed. So there are people. I have even dated one. So I know there are people who don't like that in public. But I only know what them now. Okanfono praising, they are very comfortable.
So that so tonight we're trying to make our viewers understand that they have to understand the person they are going out with.
Thank you.
You don't assume.
No.
And you don't conclude.
No.
And because we are then it means that even who relationship now what an FBI agent.
Thank you.
You are trying to figure out what the wrong.
And Valerie, let me say this
negatives.
into what you are, the wisdom you are bringing on board. You see, when you become FBI or BNF, you see, you will not even have peace.
That's true.
To enjoy the journey of love.
That's true.
The FBI, you are looking everywhere, trying to figure out why a bear man is a mama miki, you know. A year as one the bar, a tubus will be best as an agawe. And a year yaba ye be soon. Now,
that's it.
It doesn't add up. So there are different types of boundaries, and physical boundaries are there, emotional boundaries are there, and then we have sexual boundaries. Sexual boundaries has to do with our level of sexual behavior. Start you a what? We are in pet.
Okay.
Don't give you a what the woman a woman soon. And transfer you a what? Me transia obema wadodo. Sexual boundaries.
Sexual boundaries.
Give me better transfer me pen transfer.
Right.
I have to communicate it so that you will not say better me so. Me wa wadi eno so wa. Me better transfer na wa me say. Ebi sukra na akwa. And just straight. And so we need to talk about all these things. So first, you know, me excellent, not me transfer. It's a man, me cry me be addicted to transfer. But what the idea wa? Tenya fe na be on transfer da, and yes, our transfer be hange. It doesn't make him bad, or it doesn't make her bad. Sorry, but you see, it makes her bad because what the difference.
It's true.
And so when we talk about sexual boundaries, we are also saying that let's communicate sexually, so that I know, hey, me head. Let's talk about
boundaries.
it. What can I say? Blue job.
Yeah, BJ's.
BJ, let's talk about it. Because me baby, I'm for being man, you know, I won't so set off. And I'm be sure I'm so much music. But you see, the reason why Ubu Befuni said because you didn't communicate it, you think she's like them. So physical boundaries, yaka. Sexual boundaries, you can hear me pa. So that Obu from peleking. But what chaleking sabra, what the lakement in the namsa, the biauti, there is a spiritual covering. And I hate. Maybe I will do, but I say no, I don't like you. No, so I say no, I am not comfortable. And yes, how do you say? It's not like she's not neat. She is neat, but one pay.
It's something that
she doesn't like it.
It doesn't go down well with them.
She doesn't feel comfortable for you smelling. She feels like no. Every crowd become because a doctrine, but if it's in your church,
right?
Is that the way?
That's it. No. There's a doctrine that even teaches and says,
"Oh yes, I
it means
throat cancer." On person of my cancer. I know see giant.
I hear crown in Yankopon Casacra now.
Because I know the praising Yami, also the Tafradi. That is sexual, but let's talk about it. All right, so we spoken about the physical, emotional, sexual. Let's talk about time boundaries.
Time boundaries.
My schedules and my availabilities. And I would differ me to me fa. And what person only me can say, me share program be Yami. Let's talk about it. So that it to me like when I wanted your attention, you're already paying attention. Somebody wants to frustrate me. No. Time boundaries. Let's talk about it. Right. At this time, 9 to 10, we come on pay. We pay the day. Let's talk about it. I hope you understand.
Yes.
Lunchtime, I will call you. Lunchtime, don't call. Whatever. Let's talk. Time boundaries. You call by BDS 11. You have about 1. Let's talk. So that Obana be both one mega say, I didn't pay your cocoa. One mentem. What was it 2 hours? Now, by no memory, I say, I didn't pay your cocoa. This is not the first time I said. There be a Yakob, baby, no, you later, maybe no woman or Bapa on yes, sir. Can be cross, sorry, name. No, 2 hours in the watch, I don't know. Every crown will generate. Oh, but I won't have sorry first. And Yami and Betona or Becatcher and say, Muna, a your time. That means that me were problem. Me attitude were problem. That's all the found there be dimatem. No, let's talk about time boundaries.
Obabi wo hwa onim say eba say event it will take a while before she gets ready. Also, you'll be you don't want to be late for a certain event.
Yes, please.
It is an event in started 5. I know I catch and say started 3. And Tikiana obey 4.
Of course.
And now 4:30.
And then let's communicate as a midi kind.
Exactly. So finding ways and means to go about things.
Thank you.
Right.
Very important. And then we have spiritual boundaries.
Spiritual boundaries.
Where we respect our beliefs. Right? And a man you say spiritual boundaries. A man you say what's all on YouTube bumpire to change will be no bumpire.
Okay.
No. So I say Christopher and I do a yanny bumpire to send here and a new kunyani. To know about in any lebe. Hiya Jesus. Shani kundo was in kundo yakwa new. Time no befi. Be my dream bia ba dream be also. Also bo na nyame fa provision ni nam ni mumra.
That's right.
So baby to because we konya pai bofo. Me ba na wada. Onye serious. Because you still and you serious no nye. Please, let's talk about spiritual boundaries. And yet time I be bompa na me bo anopa me ko adwuma.
That's true.
So that you don't look at your partner as if he's a demon or she's a demon. When you're fasting 2 days now, so your enemy kind of say me dia minye. And we me demon. Me say me me Martin come by and ya was shek. When you yaka wakuma ya odie. Yamia no come so makuma me me. Can two work together except they agree? There are points that we can also come together and say, this month we are fasting for the family. It must be pre-informed. So you don't just get up today and say, I come akuma say me 2 days into me no na ye. Hey! O she so sa na me nya me message so way. Oba so nya the message and you maybe o wa ye fan the feature sa. It yet to me make say our DNT spiritual boundaries. It must be set. Our DNT chinchina yem bompa yembum. Yeah, I was a bushian ye ba ko bompa yembum. Na so da obenya wo board ya mayem mere amada ana mafi adwuma ba mabere jamina menda.
There's a doctrine in the Bible that talks about the fact that if a woman is needed sexually by her husband, even in the moment of prayer, she has to fulfill that bit.
There be Paul say
right.
And I'm me beman. So that's what I'm talking about, spiritual boundaries.
Right.
Wo ba na ya komchi, me beman na me ya komchi. Yemu ba ko ne person ye yenu.
Right.
Wa wo be ye no. Wo yenye no ba no. Wo person ye fast na ka kire me so. Di why? Me kun wise sweetheart darling person be 2 days. Na me jisu kolima. Na adwo no. La bo shaya la ba da me boy. Pa jo me sro. Me konado. Ubeja shaba no ube shalaba udu lasha ubeja gina ho
right
also be mu na bidi
right
mi wia na the shano atwaso so wanya you have actually disrespected the order of God.
But then we're talking sexual boundaries.
That's what I'm talking about. So you see, that is why you must marry somebody who understands your religion and understand where you are coming from.
That's
so sexual boundaries. If I decide not to understand you from where I am because I need you at that time, you have no choice because see, your body is for me, and the only person your body must be pleasing to, or you must avail and allow yourself to, is your husband.
That's true. Your
husband is your father, he is your Lord, and he is your master. His words are yes, and there is no no. Marriage is not for jokers.
That's
spiritual
true.
Boundaries.
That's true.
And the Bible says, "Yeah, come so so that the devil will not come into the marriage." Spiritual. Now, I do bumpire. Oh, bumpire. Oh, sorry, not the bear. Sorry. Okay. I go see ya, bruh. But I know what you now. We check. I saw the new check. Now, got to us. Oh, waiting grounds. Oh, achia. Oh, ebri. Oh, edufa. Now, who time for you? Hello. Good afternoon, say. Oko 4 days, so cry out you. Second day, it's babe. Brefi, ube jayaba.
I was so bad.
Yes, according to the Bible and scriptures.
So,
I understand you because a lot of Christian women are making you look as if their husbands are even evil.
Because we're talking about sexual boundaries as it stands now, and personal boundaries. Say, was say obiti obiase ni ade eye ni pane ho. Enti ase be ye adwuma. Enti say bibi say wo ho. Na ya try sexual boundaries is also one of those things. Spiritual boundaries.
Yes, please.
And so you're one of those things.
Yes, please.
Na ye chire mu a obi be fa na wakoka se na no na me counseling time na ye can say ye will be a friend of sexual boundary when in you na say ya dia won so untimi nye wo se utimi ka kire nipa no and na fe so spiritual boundary na che say time a wo bompa ye ne time a me bompa ye ne say time a wo bompa ye ne say ye no ye ntimi nya na te wo se wo ti ase na me so me ti ase but we always bring that caveat that we keep on telling people say you have to go with somebody who aligns with what you believe in. Inti se u kwafo obi a want to wasia counselor and then you what then do we do to couples who are not in the same fraternity and answer the same line? Now when him say oh me bibi say ya me okay when so ye sunsum sorry but don't ti and ye pese ye ti ye ho ase boundary yaba. Sisi, how do we go about it? I
loved it. Yeah, that is why some things need to be talked about before we start the journey.
Right.
I'm telling you, Valerie. What's this one virgin? Me message me virgin. Yes, yeah. We need to talk about what are the things you like about sex. You see, we have problems. So, Christopher, me nim send ya wadifa, and I mean nim kwaya ya fast or ya pesi ya wadi. But it looks as if there are things we don't want to talk about.
Say, we can do all things through Christ.
Debbie. Even the Christ who can strengthen you, he does not strengthen you to sit. He strengthens you to walk.
That's true.
Say, me do be Siana Valerie, et is saying, Bibia Boko. The short answer me pel. What you so happening? Young combo bomu kona be bizarre or sexual life. What do you like the most? And I open.
But these conversations sound nasty. It means that I say Bemana has gone straight to
anyone spirituality has made a lot of people become senseless. I'm telling you. Sexual position. Is that the word you use?
That's it.
Sex position. Which one do you like the most? Do you like those? So we talk about it. It is only a no. Not ye penny near yam penny and quiet to say, ya what you know. Mr. Mabidog was a dear Miss Crown because I'm really between Provid warm Emma Muja to me. After Nabeka. Miss Mawadu, Miss Menyabri, Sastan, the only star me ya, make a tono.
That's right.
So what are we good? Let's talk about it before we marry. So that if you are not comfortable, two things. Either I walk away or we practice it gradually until you like it so that we stay.
As a couple, when we are married.
That is what I'm talking about. So what we practice it. So let's talk about it so that we don't even try it.
Right.
Say, no. Can we practice it? Can we do it? Well, let me give it a try. Say this. So let's talk about it very well because when you're virgin, I thank God you don't know anything.
Right.
Wow, bad. Say, oh, you're bad now. You don't know anything. Whatever I introduce to you is what you are.
That's your orientation.
Thank you. Whatever you taught me or you are teaching me is what I know.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. For me, say that here. So spiritual boundaries in the whole hear me.
Okay.
So that the milk for and kwayo magere say or come milk on and kukas one sign. Now the quad of sex one cast or call milk waba. If the man does not understand, you be saying milk. Do you know who a husband is? A husband is a man you give an account to. He's like your God. Don't joke. Marriage is not for Valerie.
Yes, sir.
It's the media grow our the media grow our marriage here. Sympathy. No. Eti, uko baby, uko bompaye. Uko is a sign. At the house, and person no dance wako. I want to have sex with you. Shit. Bible says any pediano. Unyami yema abema no. Uni pediani na yene dia.
That's true.
Or no sini pedia ya odia. Bible says me mamu fa mo hon kame mo.
That's
it. Unu adi kurintia. Cause more de kame. Bibi betumi yes. So the last what we can talk about comes to the boundaries. We are talking about personal boundaries in marriages and relationships. Has to do with financial boundaries.
Okay.
So we are going to respect our spending and saving habits.
Right.
Very important.
Right.
So that I say, "Yawadu awadi the be mani says can or bani says can." They are holding to be confirm befi, so that frustration will not come and stay with us in our house. No, it's financial boundaries. Let's talk about it. Or let's establish it. And then also, I wrote something about what can we set boundaries around. What are some of the things we can set boundaries around? Number one, time. 2, personal space. 3, sexuality. 4, emotional energy. 5, social media. What you put there, I can decide not to like it. And you have no choice than to delete it. You are my wife, you are my husband. Material possession or finances, and above all, morals and ethics. These are things we can set boundaries around.
Papa, please, I would want you to go over it again for me.
The things we can set boundaries around. Number 1, time.
Time.
Personal space.
Yes, sir.
Sexuality.
Yes, sir.
Emotional energy. Social media.
Yes, sir.
Material possessions or finances. And the last one, morals and ethics.
Okay.
These are things we can set boundaries around. Then I move. What does personal boundaries does to me or do for me?
Okay.
Number 1, it protects your mental health and your well-being.
Okay.
It protects your mental health and your well-being. Yeah. When we set boundaries, it makes me at peace.
That's it.
There are things we argue about. When there are boundaries and limitations, we don't talk about it anymore.
That's it.
And when you set personal boundaries, it protects your mental health and your well-being.
Okay.
Number 2, it promotes your health and establish clear expectations and limits.
It's true. It's true. It does. It does.
So it promotes health and establish a clear expectation.
Okay.
Now say you person echo.
Okay.
Number 3, it prevents burnout.
Prevents
Burnout.
Okay.
What we say? Who are you? Nay, I will say, woman pan, esote. You see, boundaries and limitations when it is set in marriage, it makes you escape a lot of emotional stress. So there's nothing we call burnout. The middle sorte, middle me adiana boom cram in yes sure. I don't know whether me do an eye or don't. No, there are no burnout because you are sure of where you are.
That's it.
The next thing we can look at, personal boundaries in marriages and relationships. Enhancing your self-esteem and self-respect by valuing your time and energy. It enhances your self-esteem and self-respect. When you set personal boundaries. Eba unya wo na wo bua ba wa wo.
It's true.
Bitumi mi ma no na maka tro se sabe wo ya kwasea.
That's it.
Wo ya bua ba pa. Wo ya oba we jimi na minim se woni. Once boundaries are set, it's not easy for somebody to, overlook some things and just speak out. No. Oye wie so na no na fom ya. E chobi obepa no. Because who said no, this is not the boundaries we set for our relationship.
Wow.
The next thing we can look at, it improves communication skill by expressing your needs.
Okay.
When you set boundaries, it improves your communication skill. And you remember that the old bonk about him, the awoka, and then you wonka. You be an ekawadi. The boy can cry one miss. As I will be an alcasacasa, will be able to have a such. Why? Because your communication skill is a confused one. When it comes to personal boundaries, it increases productivity.
That's true.
Oh, yes. And when I was some wasted the argument, what do you compare to my the discover fee? And above all, because of time, it reduces stress and anxiety.
That's true.
It reduces stress and anxiety by avoiding unnecessary comments. When you set personal boundaries, it reduces stress and anxiety. There be no baby how now won't take you who the yet. Oh, our day, how calling or him, then the buy or can they say, I said back will be can or power you want to you stress and anxiety. You don't need it. So Valerie, setting personal boundaries is very good because it brings encouragement to personal growth.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Counselor D.Y. Donkoh, for tonight. A simple topic, but the man has dissected everything proper. Ama obia ehu ni smoothness level enyume. Tonight we treated the topic personal boundaries. Personal boundaries. I almost said personal space. And Counselor Amayehu say we go on and on with having to ensure, say, you are picking somebody who does understand you, and that's the most important thing. If you're not picking anything at all, Kaihunu say we have spoken about things, and I said, no ma, you bet to me, I set boundaries on. Speaking about time, we're speaking about personal space, we're speaking about sexuality, emotional energy, social media, material possession, and it's and I feel moral and ethics. These are things, and I say norma you bet to me I set boundaries on. And our counselor went ahead to even tell us the advantages of setting personal boundaries. Let me go on YouTube to read some of the comments that's coming through. Maria Medraniako Facebook. We're streaming live on TikTok, Wisdom Studios GH. Hey, TikTok family, give me a high five over there. Nyankopon Inshira Obi Biara. Right. Dr. Emmanuel J. Mensa, thank you so much for sticking with us. We appreciate you so much. Madam Lydia Amoyao Abuaje also say I'm really learning a lot. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Truly appreciate you. There's another one over here. Abi Labi says someone you can understand and understands you. It's very important. Inti Nature said these are some of the messages that's coming through on YouTube. So I'll say, so is it okay to have boundaries in marriages? Because this who we're talking about right now is both relationships and marriages, yes, right? Please. Yeah. Yes, all these points that counselor has raised also goes in for marriage. Married people as well. Marriages can also set personal boundaries. Senior counselor, you don't assume in a relationship or a marriage. It's critical. It's very important. Immediately you start assuming now are in here. Okay, mamin janina minko Facebook and so na minko share the ekoso ewo honum. I want to say a special thank you to our Facebook family. You stream live on Counselling D.Y. Donkoh page and so on Facebook and Yejina Den. I'm having a little bit of a technical hitch. Mumfan Chemi Facebook family. Eventually, minim se bibia seti pepepa ebeba the way I have to see it na bibia etimi akoso pepepe. Right. There's another one over here that says, Counselor, what do you do when you set these boundaries and it rather brings conflict rather than bringing a resolution? Do you stop setting the personal boundaries and go along the lines of compromising, or you leave it as it is? Counselor?
You don't set boundaries to control.
Right.
You set boundaries to activate peace.
That's it. And see, and a counselor can say we don't set boundaries to control. We set boundaries to activate peace. It's very important. And it's our pasumdria any set boundaries. So shortcoming be our baby, and that's why we are trying to set the boundary, not necessarily because we want to cause havoc. Okay, and then your Facebook for mobile me pay because I'm doing my possible best, but I'm not getting it. I'll be grateful, say, if the technical team could push some of the comments on the platform now on Monfa and send them here. I'll be super grateful. Right, there's another one over here that says, Counselor, what do you do to a woman who has decided that whatever it is, I have to take her like that? I have seen certain things about her, especially on her social media. There are certain things I don't want her to post, but she's talking about feminism and the fact that she needs her own privacy. Where do you need my privacy, please? If you're on TikTok, you understand what I'm talking about. Counselor.
Are they married or they are in a relationship?
She says that's the wife.
That's the wife.
Yes, please.
The wife has a problem. And the problem she has to do with arrogance and pride.
Right.
She cannot submit to a man's instruction and a man's authority. This is not a man who is a bad man. He's trying to tell you that pictures be at the Google and oba what for emphasize pictures in Google or what is saying. Now, you are nobody is ready to now. Papa no mami and to when we na so then the best will be. And so please, if you do metesa, nobody is going to keep you as a wife.
That's true.
Nobody wants trouble in this house. Everybody wants to enjoy peace.
Everybody wants to enjoy peace. Okay, there's another one over here that keeps on coming through that says, Counselor, personal space. I would want you to elaborate more on this, because there are times that we have personal avoidant people who literally want to be by themselves and wouldn't want to even communicate or come into another person's space. How do you bridge the gap and ensure that you are having that intimacy in your marriage? Counselor.
So, personal space versus silent treatment.
That's right.
It's quite different. That's
right.
I need my personal space. In other words, I want to go through a thinking and a meditational moment.
That's right.
So what I do is that I communicate to my partner. So, my dear baby, Pacho, don't worry. It's not about you. I want to think about one or two things.
That's it.
So that I don't get worried about your silence.
That's it.
But where you are silent, I'm not the reason. Why do you want to kill somebody in our house? No, you did 2 days. Now I'm not the reason. The kids are not the reason. But then you tell me they're a mood swing. What is that? I think that it's not maturity. It's not growth. And so if you want to be quiet and you are quiet, communicate and tell us why you are quiet, so that we will know that we are not the cause and the reason. You have decided to have that personal silence space.
I like this very response that says that there's a difference between silent treatment and having a personal space. Everything is about communication. Senior Counselor Dwyd Donkoh Akana and Enyumere. I believe that you've learned a lot. I have personally. I can't wait to share with my family on all social media platforms. Senior Veya Obia and Komono Ebitimi Akoso Ewohonom. Monfanche me Facebook family, TikTok family. Do forgive me. Nyasem Kitwa. A little bit of technical hitch, but I promise you, hopefully on Wednesday, because we are doing what do we call it? More or less like an advanced session. Where you call us Wednesday nyampa ye elective mass naturally say ye tray shame on boundaries pepepe, so you wouldn't want to miss out. 8 p.m. sharp Ghana time, and me jidi say ene enyumre whether come with me. You are blessed tonight, is that not it? Right. And Counselor, major final words, then we wrap up for tonight.
I think that as successful as we desire that our relationship and marriages become, let's all set boundaries to help us, because boundaries will give you a room for respect, and it's very important, so that we don't abuse each other.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
So that we don't abuse each other. Special shout outs going out to you, Mrs. Bofa Jr. Thank you so much for your constant support. Just may I appreciate you to root the power, raise to the power 3310. And this is a special one going to Ejayas and Swinti, and a special month in Tianyasem Kitwe, the man Naswayeshi. But from all of us here, Wisdom Studios GH, sending you big shout outs. Actions. Speedy recovery, I beg you, Mr. Rademau, say Nyankopon Ede Ninsabekon na Bibia Etimi Akoso Kama Pepepe. Want to say a big thank you to the crew, every single person who made tonight's production a beautiful one. You know, we appreciate you, and Yamwa, we wouldn't be in our seats. I always say it's a full community that makes counseling time, and Fenya grow. So special thank you, Nyankopon Inshira. Ebusia for Val Talks _ on Instagram, Valerie J Mental on Facebook and on TikTok, all social media platforms. Now, follow me or honor so that we can continue the conversation from there. Tonight was personal boundaries, and I believe that you have picked something. Ensure that your relationship is a beautiful one. Make sure that you make peace in your home. Make sure that you choose somebody that understands you and you understand them. Don't assume. Be fine. I don't know. 8 p.m. sharp on Wednesday, and Yasem Kitwa counseling time is going to be awesome. Meeting Dachi Hima Papebi or Bagadoza Legatete. Valerie Ajay Mensa. Macau.